The January transfer window is massively heating up. Manchester City going for Omar Mamouche, among two other youngsters. Marcus Rashford could be leaving Manchester United. But today Fabrizio Romano dropped a story this morning that Kvaratshelia would be available for £60 million, which is an absolute bargain for a 23-year-old of his quality. I remember when he broke out 2 years ago as a 21-year-old in his debut season in Serie A. Unbelievable. And if you know me, I'm a big fan of Kvaratshelia because I've spent all day tweeting about why Man United should get Kvaratshelia, dreaming about it, doing a live show talking about how I dream of Kvaratshelia at this club, but also knowing that Manchester United are skin and probably got no chance of getting Kvaratshelia. But then David Ornstein dropped some news. And I'm thinking, oh, wait, are United going to move for Kvaratshelia? United going to be interested in him? No. Liverpool and Chelsea are. They enter the race. So we're going to break down the latest on Liverpool, Chelsea, all the news about Kvaratshelia. Is there a possibility of this deal happening for Liverpool and Chelsea? Liverpool see it as an opportunity because of just the fact that there's a very good player available for a very nice price. What is the possibility of this deal happening? What is my thoughts? But if you know me, I was saying this earlier today, our wingers are Anthony and Garnacho. Liverpool have Diaz and Gakpo. But they want Kvaratshelia. Diaz, Gakpo, Kvaratshelia. And then you've got Salah on the other side. And you've got Jota in the middle. And you're top of the league and you're top of the Champions League. I'd be so jealous. But I was like, this is back in September. I like Eze, but, United should be going out for Kvaratshelia. Back in September, I said we should be going out for Kvaratshelia. Back in October, I said my dream signings would be Kvaratshelia, Subamende, Musiala type players. And then back in December, I said my dream rebuild, Kvaratshelia. And this happened to me. Whenever I want Man United to sign a player, they get linked to Arsenal, they get linked to Chelsea, they get linked to Liverpool. Now, let me give you my thoughts on this. I'm not going to complain about Manchester United or anything like that. Let me get into the news. Let me give you my thoughts on this. But it was said that Liverpool could consider a move to sign Kvaratshelia if he leaves Napoli in Jan. Liverpool not actively seeking winger, but a 23-year-old alert to situation and may contend if it becomes a market opportunity. PSG and Chelsea also among clubs interested. Romano obviously confirmed that PSG are in talks right now. There's permission for him to leave. 80 million euros, about £60 million, which is a very good market opportunity. So I can see why Liverpool are in for him. Because for me, Liverpool need a left back, Liverpool need a striker, and Liverpool probably need another midfielder for legs and just depth before they need a left winger because of Gakpo and Diaz. But then when Kvaratshelia player of his quality is available, and you could use Mamardashvili being his Georgian teammate to lure him in, there's a possibility there as well. The door has opened for a January exit. Liverpool did not spend in the summer. They have the funds. I know Man United can't do anything because we can only get loan offers for Rashford. We won't have the funds for it. But Liverpool are in a position where they could do something. Now, Liverpool could consider the move if he leaves Napoli in January. If PSG get a bid accepted for 60 million, Liverpool are going to go and rival PSG for that. Why wouldn't they? PSG have obviously Barcola and Desiree Doué to play on the left wing. They don't desperately need Kvaratshelia either, but there's a really good player available for a really good price. Now, Liverpool are not specifically chasing a player of Kvaratskhelia's profile, but if he is somebody they admire and are keeping tabs on, they'll be ready to contend, said David Ornstein. So let's talk about this. I'm going to talk about Kvaratshelia, what kind of profile player he is, would he fit in at Liverpool? I'll touch upon how we'd work at Chelsea and my thoughts on that as well, but it looks like Liverpool are a lot more interested in this than Chelsea. But they're keeping an eye on the situation, even though they're stocked. And this would just make me jealous. I think Chiesa could depart if this happens, but this would make me incredibly jealous. Because Kvaratshelia is the guy that I've been dreaming about, and if you follow my United channel, if I talk about dream Man United signings, Kvaratshelia is there, Rodrigo's also there, and I know that they're not most realistic, but Liverpool are top of the league. They've got the best attack in the league, and then they've got Gakpo and Diaz to play on the left hand side. I don't think they necessarily need Kvaratshelia. If I'm picking out what Liverpool need, I'm thinking at Kirkes at left back. I'm thinking maybe go for Subamende just so you've got those extra legs in midfield because I think your midfield's starting to look tired. And then you look at a Nunes replacement. I'm surprised that you're not pushing Omar Mamouche. That's what surprises me is Omar Mamouche is about to go to Manchester City. Verbal agreement. I'm sure because he can play left wing and striker. He's more suited to down the middle than Kvaratshelia. I'm surprised because I think that Liverpool surely would beat City to Marmouche. Liverpool are top of the league. Liverpool have the Salah, the Egyptian connection, and Man City could be relegated in a couple of weeks. So I'm shocked, to be honest, that you're letting Marmouche go to City and go for Kvaratshelia because I don't think you necessarily need him. But We know that Liverpool could be willing to move on Diaz, potentially. That was a rumour, despite how good he's been this season. You were linked to Gordon in the summer, and he can play on the right-hand side. He can play across the front three. And when a player of Kvaratshelia's quality is available for £60 million, you can't blame Liverpool for looking at it. They didn't necessarily need Marmadashvili because they've got Kelleher, the best backup keeper in the world, and Alisson, arguably the best keeper in the world. But they've prepared that for next season. Should they be looking at Trent replacements? Are they going to wait to the summer? Should they be looking at another midfielder? Should they be looking at maybe another centre-back? Kwanzaa needs a loan. There is questions I look at it and I think DM, centre-back for depth, probably maybe another 2 full-backs and another striker. But then this is a player of top quality. So let's talk about Kvaratshelia, how he fits in at Liverpool, how he'd fit in at Chelsea. But here are some of his stats in Serie A since he joined Napoli. Dribbles completed, number 1. Touches in opposition's box, number 1. Chances created, number 2. Total shots, number 2. Shots on targets, number 3. Very, very attacking-minded, progressive player. Very good 1v1, very good ball carrier, but he can play as a touchline wing if you want him, stretch the width, be 1v1, but he likes to come central, get in those pockets, because he's got the calves, the legs, do you know what I mean? So he's very good at in the pockets, in the tight spaces. He's very physically good, but he's fast, he's quick, he's physical, he's got the calves to push off players, but he's got the technical abilities to manipulate defenders. And something about Kvaratshelia when you're watching players, he's one of those where he waits for the defender to make the move, and then dribbles the other way. But he can dribble direct, but he's a very clever dribbler where he'll react to the defender's movement. And that's such a unique trait of his. Gets in the opposition box, comfortable having touches, good first touch, good retaining, creates chances, one of the most creative wingers, selfless outlet. But also, to have the second most amount of shots in that time, 1, good injury record, but 2, shows that he likes to get forward, he likes to shoot. He's a game winner. And I'm going to be honest quickly. I don't know if any Arsenal fans are watching, but as a Man United fan, look, disappointed to see Marmoush go to City. I don't think Kvaratshelia is going to go to Liverpool in January. I don't, I'll be honest. But you never know with Liverpool. They could advance, they could get it done. I think they could beat PSG to it. It's still early days. It's still Liverpool are monitoring the situation. But if I'm an Arsenal fan seeing that Liverpool and Chelsea are monitoring Kvaratshelia, City have almost done a deal for Marmoush. Arsenal have Saka injured. Arsenal's attack is bad. Liverpool could miss out on this deal and still be okay because your attack is very good. But Arsenal, you Liverpool and City are biggest competitors. Liverpool are having a look at Kvaratshelia, you're not. City are going to sign Marmoush. And Arsenal are sitting there doing nothing, knowing that they need investment in attack, knowing their attack isn't good enough. Their only good attack is Saka is out. Okay, Havertz can be good, Trossard can be good off the bench, but Saka is the only top level player in that Arsenal attack. And there's 2 top level players in the market, one that could be left wing, one that could be striker, which is what you need. If I was an Arsenal fan, I would be livid right now. Liverpool can afford to miss out on this one, and I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm not saying that it's going to happen. But this would be an unbelievable signing for Liverpool. First for progressive runs, first for shots versus Serie A wingers, 4 for successful attacking actions, 4 for touches in the box, 4 for deep completions, 5th for dribbles, 6 for assists, 6 for offensive duels, 6 for accelerations, 7th for expected assists, 7th for key passes, and 7th for accurate progressive passes, and 7th for through passes versus all the other wingers in Serie A this season. And I don't think he's even having his best season, but he's still influencing games. Even if he doesn't get a goal or assist, he's one of the players that influence games. Now, I think it's a bit of a myth about Salah. Salah could have a very good game and not get a goal and assist, but people always talk about Salah as he can mask a bad performance with a goal and assist. And I think that's why there's the Salah Hazard debate, and some people prefer Hazard. But for me, Salah is clear of Hazard. Like, what Salah's done is unbelievable. And I think Salah's disrespected. But Kvaratshelia is a guy that he could not get a goal or assist, but he will have a clear influence on the game. He's that kind of player, which the aesthetics like. This is him versus under 25 wingers in all of Europe's top 5 leagues. He's second for progressive runs, one of the best ball carriers and most progressive players in Europe. 3rd for shots, 10th for accelerations, 13th for foul suffers, 14th for dribbles, 14th for accurate progressive passes, 15th for shot assists, 15th for touches in opponent's box, and 16th for expected assists. But when it comes to pure progression, getting up and down the flank, energy, which is what Slot likes, he ticks that box. I look at him for Chelsea, yeah, he's better than Sancho. Sancho, biggest criticism of Sancho is he's too passive. Kvaratshelia gives you the opposite. He gives you something else. 97% off for successful dribbles, 97% off for offensive actions, 95% off for key passes, 91st off for assists, 95% off for progressive carries, 87% off for expected goals and assists, 84% off for non-penalty goals. Kvaratshelia in the 24-25 season so far. These are my notes on him. And look, I don't want to get into too much detail because, again, early days, I think he's going to go to PSG. But this would be an unbelievable signing. I just wanted to give you my thoughts and share it. This would be like, I want to meet Manchester United. I hope that United come in and hijack it and use Rashford in a deal. It's probably not going to happen. But direct, attacking minded, takes risks, wants to win games, 1v1 at the top, speed, dribbling, got the physicality, got the cast, can hold off defenders, good in the sort of central zones. He's a winger that can cut in, he can get in half space, he can create an absolute threat. Ranks in the 90th, the top 90th percentile for progressive runs per match, creates opportunities, can stretch the defence in wide areas, can cut inside, can score assists. His favourite move is cutting inside on his left foot and having a shot. Cutting inside on his right foot, having a shot. Technical ability, brilliant. Technical ability, he's one of the most technical players at Napoli. Ball carrying, ball retention, ball manipulation, very good. I think he would suit both Slot and Lushka's system in different ways. Slot isn't as transitional as Klopp, but he would be very good in the transitions, but he's also very good at keeping the ball and holding the ball and waiting for opponents to get up the pitch. Tall, powerful, inverted winger. That's how I describe him. Good quick feet, good close control, good energy levels, tracks back, got the physicality for the Premier League, got the technical ability for Liverpool, could be a creative outlook, can be a transition threat. For me, this guy's perfect for Arsenal. This guy ticks every box Arsenal need. This guy would be an unbelievable signing for Liverpool. But I look at it and I say, this guy is what Arsenal, Manchester United need more than anyone else. Because Liverpool can get away with missing out on Kvaratshelia, even if there's a baller for 60 million. Because I think Liverpool, they've got to look at the fullbacks, Trent and Robert replacements. They've got to look at replacing Matip. They've got to look at maybe replacing Thiago that they didn't replace. And then they've got to look at Darwin Núñez replacement. That's what Liverpool have got to look at. So I do think this would be an unreal signing for Liverpool. But is it a need? But then when an opportunity comes around like this, I think Alisson could leave Liverpool. They could get money for him, actually, and Kelleher, because Mamardashvili's coming in. Maybe Chiesa goes, but it would be a very good signing. It'll be interesting to see how it develops, but I hope it doesn't happen.